We have Mr. Desh Ratan Nigam, who's joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Nigam, that entire procedure to impeach one of the country's first judges, that is Justice Yashwant Varma, has started as this parliamentary committee has been deemed legal by the court. So this is a setback for Justice Varma. What do you think really the benchmark that this particular decision really sets?
Well, in fact, I have always maintained that the Parliament is the supreme so far as the removal of the judge is concerned of the High Court and the Supreme Court. And the constitution of the committee by the Supreme Court to have that preliminary inquiry was uncalled for because it was not constitutionally mandated. So therefore, the Secretary General saying that the Supreme Court cannot question the Speaker's powers for constituting committee and carrying on the procedure forward is an absolute correct proposition of law and constitution. And therefore, I believe the Secretary General is right. Supreme Court cannot come in the question of removal of a judge. The way I have always maintained, the Supreme Court cannot appoint its own self, nor it can remove its own judges in the High Court and Supreme Court, because this privilege is absolutely a part of the powers of the Parliament.
Right. Conflict of interest was the major point of discussion at that time around as well, when Justice Yashwant Varma had gone ahead and challenged the in-house judicial panel's report also. Sir, but that was eventually dismissed by the Supreme Court.
Yes, in fact, the first stage itself was wrong, constituting a committee. This was for the parliamentarians to take a call. Once the Parliament has taken a call and is investigating and inquiring the matter, I think the rest of the matter becomes functions officio. In fact, the Supreme Court also has no power. Their in-house committee has no meaning, nor it will be considered by the Parliament. They will have their own independent inquiry through a committee, come to a conclusion, and then the process will start for removal of a judge or not, depending on the findings of the committee.
What do you think is going to happen now, sir? Now that this committee by the Parliament has been deemed legal, so that the stamp has been provided, something that was being rigorously challenged by Justice Yashwant Varma. His stance has been rather brazen in this entire cash row, this entire case, this controversy associated with him.
Justice Varma has certain constitutional and legal rights. He can challenge. The fact is the Supreme Court did form a committee, challenged it. Now the ball is in the Parliament. So they have absolute privileges and powers so far as removal of judges are concerned. So therefore, whether he's brazen or not brazen, well, he has to participate when he's called for in that committee and can take all the objections. And once the Speaker accepts the motion after the committee's findings, then the process in the Parliament will start in the two houses. And therefore, there also again he will get a chance to defend himself. So he has certain rights and he will avail of this right, and those rights cannot be taken away. If he is found guilty, I think the Parliament will take a call to remove him.
All right. Advocate Nigam, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast.